Hello again, my MMA true believers. I am Jason BURGOS for Sherdog.com, and I am joined by a man who will be looking to add some color to the face of the colorful individual that is the rising bantamweight talent known as Sean O'Malley at UFC 252. And that man I speak of is the finishing machine known as Cheeto, aka Marlon Vera. Mr. Vera, sir, thank you for the time today to talk your upcoming fight, and a fight that has fight of the night potential written all over it.
It's gonna be a good fight. It's a big fight. It's a common event. I'm pretty damn excited. It's been a long time coming for this moment, so I'm happy. It's gonna be a big moment for me and for my career, and I cannot wait until I put my hands on that guy.
Now, before we even talk about this big opportunity you got coming up, how frustrating has this year been? Because even before the close loss you had with Yadong Song, you had a February fight with Jimmy Rivera cancel, a March fight with Eddie Weiland cancel. Then in April you had a Ray Borg fight cancel. Just to then fight in May, think you won and get a decision loss. After doing so well the last 2 years, is getting a win against Sean O'Malley just as much about getting in a positive direction because this year has been about dealing with a whole lot of bullshit?
I feel this life. Like shit don't go your way. You keep grinding. You keep hammering. It's part of life. I cannot sit down and look back and just be like, they're crying and bitching about what happened. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Out of my control, and it's out of it's out of the other people's control. Maybe the Jimmy Rivera fight, maybe he just beat out, but the rest of the fights were just shit happens. Coronavirus came and fuck the whole world. Everybody got scared. Everybody started running away. Shot down here, shot down there, and then I get robbed in my last fight, but those seasons fucking stop. I've been training hard. I'm in great shape. I'm in great spirits, and I'm ready to go. The only thing, God willing, I get sick. I broke my thumb. Whatever happened, that will stop me. But besides that, I'm fucking good.
After winning 5 straight, all by finishers, you were one of the hottest fighters in the entire division. So the loss to Song could have been looked as maybe a setback. However, in this fight coming up, this next fight, the UFC gives you a fighter seemingly like a guy that's an athlete that the UFC is really banking on to be a big future star, a guy that's got a lot of large fan base, fanfare. You guys were supposed to also fight last year too, but do you almost feel like since they gave you this high profile fight after a loss, a co-main event like you just said, that the UFC sees a lot of value in you and maybe even looks at what is technically a loss to Song maybe as not really a loss?
Well, Dana told me I won the fight. Sean Shelby told me I won the fight. So I did not get paid as a winner, but I get rewarded with a big fight and a common event.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Yep.
I'm coming off a win. So I'm coming off six. I'm on a 6 fight winning streak, and I'm gonna extend it to seven.
So let's get into this O'Malley fight. In a recent interview, he admitted you were probably the highest, the toughest test he's faced yet. However, he also called you a decent striker and expects a first round knockout. For fans out there that may be believing what he says and stuff like that, explain what you bring to the table that he has really never faced in other strikers in his career.
First of all, I don't give two fucks about what he says. I focus on myself. I'm ready to go, and
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night we'll find out. We can say everything we want to build a fight. He's actually pretty decent at building fights. He's talking shit. You got idiots like Peter Yan and Cody Garrett answering to every single tweet he put. I'm like, it's like a fight between two brothers. One is like talking shit, telling you something, and you keep answering, answering, answering. The more you answer, the more frustrated you are. I don't answer to bullshit or fucking heavy stuff. The
Yeah.
only thing I will say, I've been face to face with him, and he
Mm-hmm.
don't say shit. You know.
Mm.
So if I see you face to face and I shake your hand and whatever, and then I go home and I tweet something, I'm a fucking weak bitch. But if I have a problem with you and I see you in the street and the energy start calm like nobody's going to fight, I let it go. If the energy is high and both guys want to get it done, why not? I'm a
Yeah.
real fighter, dude. Like if somebody push me, punch me, or want to fight me, I'm gonna fight. But if it's just social media stuff, and then you see all the casual fans like, ooh, shit, I'm like, I don't have time for that. I got 3 kids, I got a fucking dog, I got my wife that I need to take care of. I'm busy. If you will see the house I bought, I'm working on the house. I'm building shit. So I'm I'm putting my energy on bigger and better things. The fight's gonna come, and then if you're coming on 5 finishes, you really need to you talk you talk when you haven't proved nothing. You talk when you need to be relevant. When you finish people and put them out, you don't need to talk. But that
Yeah.
doesn't mean I want to talk. I like your shit talking. I like it make me have fun. But I only do it when I have free time. Right now I've been busy training, building shit, and
Yeah.
getting strong.
He has mentioned you really can't prepare for him because no one in your camp is like the level of striker that he is. He, without a doubt, has proven, really dangerous on the feet for some people with 7 first-round knockouts in his career. When scouting him, having watched his fights previously, is the hype legitimate? Is he a much higher level striker than most strikers in the UFC or in the bantamweight division? Is he a really good challenge for you on fight night? Or have you seen some clear mistakes other guys have made that explain why he's getting these flashy knockouts on people?
Everybody in the UFC is dangerous. Everybody in the UFC got level at some point. There's probably one or two guys that you're like, you shouldn't be here. Like you get lucky. The guy's a good fighter. He can fight. He can he got good time, and guess what? I'm good at punching people. So we find out Saturday night. I don't know. I won't talk about the holes I see because I don't want him to work. Of course, you see holes in me. We see holes in everybody. We sign up the papers because we think we're gonna fight. And win, of course. So it's all these things are more about your energy, your mental game, how much. Sometimes a lot of fighters believe more the hype of their opponent than they believe in themselves. So I'm like, those guys are the ones that never made it. I'll tell you one thing. When I signed up for the Sanja Down fight, it was the same talk. Oh, the guy here talk. Oh, the guy is fast. I'm like, I don't give two fucks who you are. I'm gonna drill your fucking face, and that's what I did. Sanja don't quit in the fight. I make him quit. Guess what? I might quit again. So all these guys are good. I don't give a fuck who you are. All the top 15 is good, and there's like 20 solid guys that are not in the top 15, and they might be there, they might not. But this game is pretty mental, and I'm pretty sharp right there.
This fight will take place in the Apex Center. The UFC smaller octagon is going to be used. He has admitted that he prefers bigger octagons because he likes to move around a lot, and that the smaller cage means exerting more energy, keeping that movement going. He hasn't really at all been tested by a high-level grappler. While grappling is not like your plan A in a lot of your recent fights, you still have the skills. You're a BJJ black belt. He's even admitted you got 8 submissions in your career. Do you want to go in there and at least test his grappling on some level? So even if you can't get him on the ground, beat him up, maybe sub him, you will at least make him work, tire his arms, and see how his striking is with a little lactic acid build up in him.
I'm gonna use everything in the toolbox to win the fight. I never go in there thinking like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I don't. I have a game plan. My coaches tell me they give me a guideline of what I should do and what I shouldn't do. But once the cage is locked, I'm free. It's a fight. You gotta see what's happening. You gotta see what's going on. Sometimes you can be the best of your life. You can be world class kickboxer like Gohan Sak, and guess what? You get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
This sport is pretty fucking wild. So yeah, everybody have a game plan until you fucking all caught up and then you gotta fight. So I'm always walking to the cage, and I'm gonna use every single fucking aspect of fighting to make sure I win the fight, and we'll see what happens. Mystic Mac was good at telling people what he will do for a certain amount of time. All those things flash away. All those things vanish away. At the end of the day, I'm a fighter, and I train for fights.
How much of a motivator is the spotlight that will come with this fight? Because he's become so popular so fast. Co-main event, like you said. How much is winning this fight about pissing off a lot of his fans, maybe pissing off the UFC a little bit because he might be their future star, and giving him his first loss? How much is just not only beating him, it's just pissing off a lot of people by beating
Money is a big motivator. You know, my family don't. My family don't eat for free. My mortgage is not paid for free. So, you know, money is a big motivator.
Yeah.
You win a big fight, big things come to you. Let's put it like that. Even if the UFC want him to win, which I don't believe is the case, the UFC needs one of us to win. One of us is gonna go big. So it doesn't matter who it is. For them, it's about one being big. You know, that's about this fight right now. So whoever wins the fight is gonna go up, make some extra money, do some cool stuff, get some cool stuff.
I've
So right now for me, it's all about winning the fight.
I've seen your post on Instagram on doing work with ESPN Deportes. How did like that come about? Do you like doing the media side of things? Does that work make you appreciate what we in the media do a little bit more, and maybe hate us a little bit less?
Honestly, I have nothing against the media. You know, sometimes I feel the media gets super hot on some guys, and
Mm.
they're like basically not like they basically suck some fighters' dick, which is good. Like the fighter that is in that spot, good for them. But I feel like this: if you keep winning fights, if you keep putting people out,
Yeah.
you're gonna make it regardless. So it doesn't matter.